project using an investigational cream. You must currently have genital warts and be available for frequent office visits.
Okay.
That's me.
That's you?
That's me.
All right. Let me ask you a little bit about your genital wart history.
Sure.
When were you diagnosed? Or did you seek diagnosis from a physician before?
No, I haven't.
No? How long have you had your warts?
How long have Donna and Mike worked here?
Pardon?
3 years.
3 years? And you got them through sexual contact?
Not sure.
They just appeared?
Yeah.
Okay. Your age, sir?
39.
And are you in good health otherwise?
Rather failing.
Are you?
No, I mean, I'm fine. I'm just out of shape.
Yeah. Are you on any medications?
Prozac.
Prozac? That the only thing?
Yeah.
Okay. And approximately how many warts would you say you have?
Let me look. 6.
6?
6.
All right.
All in one spot.
Penis? On the penis?
Yes.
All of them?
Yes.
Let me tell you a little bit about the protocol.
Okay.
There are...
Show him to kick us out of our lunchroom.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, can you hold on a second, please?
Sure.
Hey, hold on a second. How come she could hear me? I thought I had the microphone in the special position.
I think something's wrong with the phone thing. I don't know.
Maybe it's with the new delay. Maybe we can't. Diana, you better just pick it up and tell her that you're Kenny's secretary.
6 all in one spot, right?
Yeah, and schedule the appointment, okay, Diana?
All right.
Ken Stevens. That's the name.
He'll be the subject of medical experiments.
Okay, now I feel we can move on with the show.
Now you feel purged?
Yes, I do.
There you go.
Yes, I do, and I apologize that we had some words there.
Well, I just want you to be behind this quest. You know, I saw Snippy walk by a moment ago, and he's got that sparkle in his eye now that he knows that you're behind this remodeling.
Snippy's another one of the saps back there.
Yeah, he's one of my subjects. He's one of my subjects. Snippy's, Timmy.
See, listen, let me just explain to you again where I'm coming from on this.
I know where you're coming from.
What it was, it had nothing to do with whose idea it is.
Yes.
It was the fact that you guys were sitting back there, and it was like, you know when little kids talk,
Mm-hmm.
and little kids say things, and you know that they're never really going to come true?
Big plans.
That's what I thought I was listening to back there, because you guys, it started off being,
right.
Well, we should decorate this room and make it our own.
Yep.
And I was with you right there. I'm with you. And then you started with I guess it was Andy threw out the part about the deer head on the wall.
Yes.
And then you said you wanted the paneling.
Right.
And you wanted the paneling to go all the way around, real like dark wood paneling.
Floor to ceiling.
And then you wanted hardwood floors, and you wanted oriental rugs.
No, one oriental rug underneath the dining table.
And you would have to tear out the lighting and put in new lighting.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to tear out the lighting. You could use the drop ceiling and just have recessed lighting, or even try. You see, every great accomplishment starts with a dream.
And it was almost like watching a revival, because as you would say each item,
I was pretty motivated.
Timmy and Stimpy, they'd be going, yeah, track lighting, amen, yeah, Mike, amen.
Yeah.
And then it got to the point, like, Stimpy saying, Robe and I will knock out that wall.
Yeah, that was pushing it.
But when he said that, you went,
yeah,
good idea.
Yeah.
And it's at that point I'm sitting there going, I didn't want to say this to you in front of your loyal subjects, the people of Sabdonia.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to say, hey, your king doesn't mean this.
I do mean it, though. I'm behind it 100%. And when
you really do want to redo the room like that?
Well, now that you're, correct me if I'm wrong. You are behind this now to a lesser extent, right? You want to decorate. You want to redecorate in there.
Sure, okay. I will go along with you on that.
You see, then that's cool. See, it doesn't necessarily have to be all the things we said. When you start with an idea like that, when the germ is born, sure you're going to immediately throw out all the lofty goals, and it's not necessarily going to be the finished product, but at least you get people moving in the right direction. And if you're behind it and you want to do that Star Trek modern motif combined with a little wood or whatever we can get, I think all
we're going to end up looking like a heart attack. It'll look like a car wreck, that room will.
But the important thing is, it will be our car wreck and our heart attack, and that's the way I feel.
But Don, in all honesty, if you had your choice between decorating that room to your specifications or just going back to the old room,
I'd take the other room.
Okay.
Just because the other room, first off, the other room is like 4 times as big.
And Sherry, thanks so much for bringing that up.
No, the other room is
4 times as big.
Yes, it
with
is.
a big, huge conference table, the kind like they have. Speaking of, like the kind they have on Star Trek.
Yes.
It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 windows.
Yes, it does. It has windows.
It's got a big, beautiful open air area. You can get like 15 chairs in there. It's great. It's our room.
Yeah.
We've been in that room for the last 2.5 years.
I'm just wondering if all your resources maybe shouldn't be put in the lobbying effort to get that room back. Mike loves this idea about this. Look how disappointed he is.
Now you really have hurt his
Way to
feelings.
crush a
now.
boy's
No, he
dreams
really
here.
wants to redo this
And you
room.
of us all said he was on
No,
board,
that's
and you got to
fine.
go back to the original room.
No, I think that's fine. I think that's a great idea. Now, you know, sometimes people during the day use that room for other things.
Well, see, the thing that I hate about it is that when I went to that room today, the old room, and I checked that door, and
Let me
it was
call Kenny.
locked, and it was locked.
Let me call the man with genital warts.
I mean, it was really like we were being treated like we were 8-year-olds. Now, granted, we might act like 8-year-olds,
Forever teen.
forever teen, but I mean, it was like we're not going to use the room, but we're going to lock it so that they will stay out. You know, that just ticked
I
me.
wonder whose job it was to lock it today.
I'd like to know that.
Well, I've heard everyone from Ken, then I've heard the buck pack to a guy named Al.
Can I help you?
Yes, hello, is this WYSP?
Yes.
Hi, this is Don and Mike. Is Kenny Stevens there?
Yes, Don, hold on.
Thank you. Loved and respected by all that I come in contact
She has a
with.
certain tone in her voice when she heard it was you.
There's more of that fine classic rock on WYSP. Hard to believe this station's flower during the ratings, huh? With solid programming like this?
They could use something else in that afternoon slot.
Gee, what would be better than this? Look, as far as I'm concerned, this is like unbeatable programming right here. A 20-year-old record that every radio station plays. That is so novel, so one of a kind. Hey, were you thinking about replacing this programming with our show?
You're darn right I was.
You know what you are? You're an innovator, Mike.
Thanks so much.
Except for that stuff about the woodsy room.
Yeah, you don't like the deer head, huh?
No.
Yeah.
Pretty stupid. Just one more thing. Let me just say one more thing to you.
Yes.
You know what I equate that to with you? It's
Yeah.
Fly Baby. You'd
Right.
feel like that. We went through a phase on the show where we said Fly Baby all the time.
Right.
Because Bob Hope said it once on TV. Fly Baby.
It was the fun, it's like everything we do. For 2 weeks, it was the funniest thing in the world. We thought it was the funniest thing that we'd ever come up with.
Mike got it on his license plates. Mike went out and got a customized plates that say Fly Baby.
Mm-hmm.
And about a month later, he realized how dumb he looks with these things.
Yeah.
And then, like, cops are pulling him over because they think, like, he's a guy who likes to go 100 miles an hour, that he's advertising that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the same thing. I think maybe the woods thing, you just got caught up in the spur of the moment.
Well, I'll give you the woods thing.
Because I've been to your house. Your house is nothing like that. Your real house.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
Mike. Hello.
Kenny.
Donnie,
Kenny, hi. Mike's here also.
Mikey.
Hi, Kenny.
Buzz and Sherry.
Hi, Buzz. Hi, Kenny.
Hi, Ken.
A very brief question for you, Ken. Who locked the room to the lunchroom today? Who locked the door?
The conference room, you mean?
Yeah,
The conference room that you guys never have conferences in.
We like to call it the lunchroom.
Well,
See, for those of us that actually come to the station every day, I know that you're only here like one day a week, but for those of us that come by every day, that's where we have our lunch.
Well, you see, here's the answer to your question. The room is locked by Alan, the sales manager.
As predicted here.
Yeah. Alan pretty much believes that conference room is for conferences with clients, and
But you guys never have conferences with clients.
that's because there's always food in there.
Huh?
Alan says,
The only time that there's food in there from us is from 1:30 to 2:30 in the afternoon.
well, that's actually not true. After you leave, there's also food in there because there's no janitorial service to clean up.
Well, there's a janitor here.
But he doesn't do food.
What do you mean?
Ben doesn't do
He
food?
empties everything in the
doesn't do food.
building.
If you go into the conference room after lunch any given day,
Yeah.
it's unusable as a conference room.
Yeah, that's
Actually, depending, I mean, you guys are eating, healthy, non-smelly foods, but it pretty much, when used as a lunchroom, is unusable as a meeting room for the rest of the day. You can't bring clients into a room that smells like.
Hey, what does it smell like, Ken? What does it smell like?
Well, what did you guys have for lunch today?
Salad.
Salad?
What did Stimpy have?
Chili.
All right.
Oh, God.
Okay,
Poor
yeah,
Stimpy.
To be a chili, but he also had a salad.
Yeah,
All right, well, then let me move on to this.
yeah.
And I think that that's a gross violation of our rights as the happiest people at this station.
Now, as
Yeah, we're the morale boosters.
general manager, I did authorize that whole new lunchroom with television and all kinds of cool stuff.
Hey, listen, let me just tell you, that's like a room I want to be buried in. That's like something you see in a mausoleum. Have you been in that room?
Well, it doesn't have any windows.
It has no windows. It has no ventilation. It's painted gray.
It has nothing.
Well, you can decorate it.
We can?
Sure.
Really?
Like, I mean, can we do anything we wanted with it?
Well, don't do another one of those murals like that guy did that time.
Oh, this was a great idea we had one time. We had this guy come down. We wanted to paint a mural of us on the wall.
Yeah, you never finished.
Except we didn't want him just like to paint a regular picture of us. It had to be that one where God is like floating and he's got Jesus on one.
Creation.
Yeah, yeah.
By Michelangelo.
Where the two fingers are touching.
I have that shower curtain.
Right, well, it was Mike and I had the fingers that were touching each
Great
other.
idea.
It was great. Really, the guy never finished it, but it was going to be the most beautiful thing. We had Ken Stevens in there.
That's
He was
great.
one of the little cherubs.
All right, Ken, let's say that there's no painting on the wall. Kenny?
Yeah.
Then can we decorate it?
Like maybe put some wallpaper up, or like some wall coverings that would look good.
Well, I was going to suggest that, it sort of be, other people have to eat lunch in there as well, but I know that you'll do it tastefully and
Who
different
else?
ones.
Who else has to eat lunch in there? Who else? There's just people.
The regular lunch crowd that I see at lunchtime.
Those are all our people. All the people that are now mad at you for locking us out of that room.
Oh.
If we
No, wait, understand something. That is Alan's room. He has the key. He locked the door.
could we have keys made for everybody that eats lunch in there?
So Alan
No,
couldn't.
no.
So Alan couldn't come in
There should
there?
be a lunchroom.
What?
There should be a conference room and there should be a lunchroom.
Well then, but Alan shouldn't be allowed into the lunchroom then.
Yeah, we don't want anybody using that room for storage or using it for any other reasons than the lunchroom, because that's the designated lunchroom.
Everybody that kicked us out of the lunchroom can eat at their desk then.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys should have the key to the lunchroom.
Exactly, absolutely. Very good. That's a wonderful idea. Thanks, and then we'll handle the decorating.
Okay, great. We've come to a solution we're all happy with.
I think.
Very good. Is that so? That's cool. We can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. Thank you.
On a personal note, how you feeling?
Okay, why?
Just wondering. Just wondering. That's all. Just wondering.
Just
Ken.
curious, Ken.
Just curious. Okay. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
All right. Bye bye.
Okay, no wall mural. That's the only restriction.
Okay, you got it.
Okay, now
Get a locksmith.
let's do it. You and I will have the
Okay.
keys, and we will give the other keys to people we see fit.
All right. Half Woodsy the Owl. Half Star Trek: The Next Generation.
As a matter of fact, it doesn't even have to be Woodsy the Owl. We can make it a total compromise situation, and you go ahead, full speed ahead with whatever input you want on this.
Just think about what you really like, because I know very often you think about something, you commit to it 100%, and then 2
Right.
weeks later you're like,
Yeah.
what the hell have I done? That's why you have like a zillion cars.
Mm-hmm.
The other day I was thinking about this.
Right?
I don't know who I was talking with about you.
Yes.
Because I'm always talking about you. It's one of my neighbors, I guess. I was telling my neighbor how I was thinking about buying that car of yours, that rich guy car of yours.
Uh-huh.
And my neighbor says to me, well, now, when did Mike buy that car? And I say, Mike bought that car like about a year ago. How long did he have the car before that? I said, well, I don't know, 6, 7 months. How long the car before that? 6 or 7 months.
Right.
And that's the same thing, because, and you're that way with your women.
Now
You get a woman, you take her, and then a few months later,
Take that
out
back.
with the old and in with
Take
the new.
that back.
I do, I take it
Please,
back.
that's cruel.
I'm kidding you.
No, you're right. You're right about cars. I am willing to, now.
It just, the woods motif really struck me. If we had, I didn't want to say this to you in front of the other saps.
Yes, I am king of the saps.
But that would really be a stupid place to have lunch every day.
Mm-hmm.
Don, do you want like black lacquer, like very modern sort of,
Sherry,
that
would
kind
you
of
mind?
thing?
Would you mind just doing it for me? You're a woman. I'm sure you're good at that.
Well, I would be more
That's
than
not
happy to.
Not too stereotypical and too sexist. And get me some coffee while you're at it, please.
You know what I think we can do is that we can start looking at decorating books.
Sure.
To get the perfect.
Or like Architectural Digest
Now, we
or
got
something like that.
Does this woman say that she will provide the wallpaper?
Do you want to do wallpaper though? Because wallpaper's a real homey kind of look.
We've had a bunch of people call. Let's just go through what we've got.
Okay.
We can do this perhaps before the show tomorrow, being as I see it's already like 26 minutes past, and we still haven't had the guy with the dog come in here yet.
Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. I'm glad we got it worked out. Not only is Ken going to get the medical attention he so richly deserves for his 6 warts all in the same spot,
Yeah, in one little circle.
but you heard it right there. We can decorate it.
He said so. And we have witnesses.
And the part about the keys, that was the best part of all.
That'll be our room.
All right, so that'll happen.
Mhm.
And if you called about donating something, and we did this for about a half hour before we went on the network, I want to say thank you very much. We do appreciate all the fine sponsors
All right.
who have called in been offering their various goods.
Good.
For the lunchroom.
When this is finished, it won't be the greatest room in the world, but it's certainly better than what we were in today, which really looked like a cell.
All right, well, let's break, and we will come right back. Thank you so much for listening. More show after this.
Radio Gods, Don and Mike. KFK. Invading your radio. Let your lover's tongue invade your throat. The Don and Mike Show.
Hey, we're back. Hey, tomorrow at this time, we'll be knee-deep into our 1970s show.
Let the get-go stage.
Flashlight, neon light. All the good stuff from the 1970s, along with all the really bad stuff. We talk about television and stuff that happened, and if you were a part of the sucky 70s like we were, you will want to be here. That is tomorrow, Thursday, our 1970s show.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
Now, first item on today's agenda. Oh, well, I guess we'll save talking about Regis and Kathy Lee. Oh, yeah, they were out there today. Way out there. She was way out there today.
Way out there.
Today's one of those days. Well, bring the guy with the dog in first. Let's get the guy and his dog. Then we talk about Regis and Kathy Lee. I want to tell you about my wife and I taking up tennis again today. Also, we had a little problem with Houston, the city of Houston yesterday. Now, in the last hour of the show yesterday, a controversy erupted. What's going on over there?
The dog came in and licked my hand, and I smelled it. Remember the last time we had this dog here? There was that odor. The dog. Did you clean the dog since then?
Yes, he's been cleaned several times since then.
Now, yesterday we did this feature called the Bark Off for Cash, where people call in and have their dog bark, and the dog that barks the most times in 30 seconds gets $1 per bark. Well, this guy called, and everything was great, and we declared him the winner. And as per usual, as soon as he got done, the calls started coming in from people saying, "What are you doing over there, Sherry?"
I just wanted to pet him. He's so cute.
The dog is disrupting things over here. It's it's about 2 inches off the ground, and it's just coming in going, let me sniff something, let me lick something.
Oh, I see the dog. I see him there. So the guy calls with his dog, and they win like $47 or something. And people start calling, and they say, that wasn't a dog, that was an electronic security system.
And we've been had.
All right, now let's listen to the tape of the dog. And you're Robert, right?
Yes, Don.
Hi, Robert. Thanks for listening. Thanks for cutting class today. We do appreciate that. Had a college class today. We bullied him out of going to the class to come down here for the beginning of the show today.
Good man.
May I thank that gentleman that did call in with that dissenting opinion about not being a real dog, because he's the one that actually caused me to come down here.
All right, now here's the tape of the dog on the show yesterday. Brown sugar. A powerful dog. 27, 28, 29. 47 barks. Wow. And still going. That's a powerful dog. So we hear that yesterday, and right away, people start calling.
Yeah, we didn't have any doubts when we first heard it, but then people were suspicious.
You guys are ripped off. That is a mechanical dog. That's
Right.
a security system. I've got a beagle. There's no way a beagle would make that kind of a bark. So you brought the dog down.
Yes.
All we need you to do is right now recreate exactly what you did yesterday to get the dog barking like that.
Yeah, all we need is a few barks, and we'll know whether you're on the level or not.
You're going to put the mic down here?
Sure.
All right? Yeah, I want to watch this.
Yeah.
Stand back, Sherry. You could be dangerous.
Oh, jeez.
It's pretty funny watching the guy run around the room, though.
It's funny watching the dog run around the room. I'm sold already.
Oh, don't trip over your dog. Yeah. Is there any doubt? Bravo! There is no doubt.
It's okay. Good boy.
Now, the dog's name is like something from Back to the Future, right?
Yes, Dr. Emmett L. Brown Jr.
Doc Brown.
Doc Brown. Hi, Doc Brown. How are you? Good.
Oh, now Mike wants to do it. How long have you had that dog?
He's 3 years old now, actually. He was born on December 9th.
Boy, that dog smells like a dog. Isn't it starting to smell like dog in here?
Is that breed of dog? Do they have an odor problem? Is that what it is?
It's actually because of the wet outside. When he gets wet, he'll smell like this for probably about a day or so.
Oh, God.
Okay, well, Robert, thanks thanks for taking us up on the challenge.
No problem, gentlemen. I'm
Proud
happy to be here.
Proud to give you the $47 that you've so richly earned, and also just for coming down a pair of tickets to the movie Ace Ventura: Pet Detective.
All right. I like that idea. Thanks, guys.
Take your dog. I knew you'd like that movie. That's a Lowe's Theater, and also you get coupons for free 20-ounce Cokes. One for you, one for your dog.
So drink it.
Enjoy the money, enjoy the show, and thank you very much
Thank
for
you,
bringing the
gentlemen.
dog
Thank you very
down.
much. Thanks a lot.
All right.
Goodbye. Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye.
Bye, Doc.
Goodbye.
Did you pet the dog, Sharon?
Yes, I did.
Smell your hand.
Oh, I definitely petted the dog.
It's just, one pet, and it's just like,
You know, let me go back to the lunchroom for a second.
yes,
That if we'd gone with the paneled motif and the deer head,
yes.
that is what I picture the room would have smelled like after a while.
Well, we're going to go with any motif that you see fit. I just want to...
Well, I'm willing to compromise.
Yeah,
It doesn't have to all be space age.
maybe like paneling up to the, what do they call it, chair rail molding, you know, all the way up.
Don't you think paneling's going to look stupid in there?
Well, it's not paneling as much as it's like chair rail molding. It comes up there. And then
Maybe just something like this. Maybe just a chair rail to divide the room.
Yeah,
divide
chair
the
rail. Chair rail.
the wall.
Excuse me, guys. Here's the hotline. Hello?
Hey, homie.
Hey, dude, what are you doing?
Speaking of deer heads.
You. Hey, didn't I call you? Didn't I give you... Yeah, speaking of deer heads.
We could get one from this guy right here.
I don't want a deer head in the lunchroom, please.
Get us a nice
I
one.
don't want a deer head in the lunchroom.
It would look great.
I don't... If you really want one, perhaps I'll get you one for a wedding gift.
Can we put one in the office?
Where are you going to go buy a deer head at?
Oh, Mike, why do you want a deer head so bad?
I don't know, Don. I'm not even a hunter. It just had that homey feel to it. Forget it. We don't need a deer
This is
head.
my brother Jim, my real-life brother from the fine state of Wisconsin, the cheese state. You know, I had a reason we called you yesterday.
About Bubba Smith?
Yeah. Hey, Jimmy, are you at home?
Yeah.
Let me do commercials. I'll call you back in 5 minutes.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Goodbye, dude.
Okay, just real quick, real quick. I'll let go of the subject. What do you have in mind right now, since you're on the bandwagon with the decorating? What are you thinking about putting in there? You want TV on a stick?
I just want something that's clean, aerodynamic, sleek, modern,
Right.
90s.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't care if it's a black and silver type of wallpaper we have going there.
Black and silver type wallpaper.
You want something contemporary, maybe almost futuristic, just something to make the room interesting and less of a bunker.
I think the problem with the wood, Mike, honestly, is it may give it more of a basement feel if you have too much wood in there, because that room's already so enclosed.
I was afraid it'll look like Wayne's World.
A room of that size might be very dark with paneling.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Okay, that's well. I am willing to, anything you want to go with as far as I just want it to be ours. I want it to have our signature. I want it to be special, and I want it to be exclusive of those people on the other side of the building.
I'm with you there.
All right.
I'm with you there.
You will have if you want to back off on the wood thing. It's just redecorating is important to me. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe one little deer head.
Okay, we got a break. We'll be right back.
Radio Gods.
It pays to be ignorant.
Don and Mike. Howard Stern, Don and Mike. G. Gordon Leonard. And the Grease Man.
Almost comedic.
Now, back to the guys who expose the truth about Elvis's colon, Don and Mike.
Here we go. Is my brother at home? Hello, Jimmy?
Hi.
Hello?
Hi, Don Mike Show.
Oh, this is not my brother Jim. Hello?
Hi.
Hello? Hello? It sounds very close.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi, Don Mike Show.
Yes.
Hey, how you doing?
Well, we're doing great, my friend.
Well, I just started listening to your show about maybe 2 months ago, and I think you guys are great.
Well, thanks. Where are you calling from?
Jamestown, New York?
Oh, so you listen in Buffalo?
What? I listen to Buffalo, 1520.
Gotcha. Okay.
You guys are great, and the straight butter baby thing?
Yeah.
It's great. It's better than that paint your bald spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got
It's
just
getting sickening.
4 words to say to you, sir. Are you listening to me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Jethro's a powerful man. Hold on here. Well, what was that?
Is Sherry going out with anyone or married?
Well, I think she's interested in you, sir.
Oh, geez, that's nice.
Yeah, what's your name?
Mikey Vanzik.
Hi, Mike.
How you doing?
All right.
Sound real good looking in that on the radio. I was just curious.
Yeah, do you ever come down to the Washington area?
Oh, I was down there September for
Oh.
a cousin's wedding.
I'm sorry I missed you. Are you coming back, maybe to visit or something?
I doubt it, not soon.
And she's getting all hot just talking to you.
Really?
You should see how excited she is, sir.
Well, it won't be the first time with a woman.
Oh, I can tell that.
Man, can she bake a chocolate pie?
Okay.
Thanks for the call.
Okay, I just have one thing to say.
Yes.
Stay photo, baby.
All right. Thank you, my
Okay.
friend.
No time, dude.
Jeff was a powerful man.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye now.
There he goes, and
Bye-bye.
you got a man up there in Buffalo.
I'm waiting.
How's Michael going to take the bad news, huh?
Well, you know, it's one of the,
Michael, how long you been married to him?
married 4 years, together 9 years.
Michael's been 9 years, but I've met a man better in Buffalo.
Won't be the first time I've been with a woman.
All right, now this is my brother Jim.
Whoa.
There he is. Hi, dude.
Hey, man.
What's new on the job front?
Oh, nothing, just doing drywall.
Oh, still doing drywall.
Yeah.
And you guys move into the new house?
No, not yet.
When is that going to happen?
Oh, any day. I moved some stuff over in the garage.
Yeah. Hey, listen. The reason that I called. Are you okay today?
Yeah. Yeah, we're just getting a blizzard, that's all.
Well, you're supposed to get a lot of snow around that area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we probably got 8 inches on the ground now.
Was today one of those cough syrup days?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on just a second.
Gotta go easy on that stuff.
Sometimes I can just tell, just from talking to my brother, that he's maybe had a couple extra doses of cough syrup.
Yeah, and that's, you know,
Just to
it
get him through the day.
can make them all loopy, you know, when you take too much of that Robitussin.
Okay, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Here's why I called you yesterday.
Okay.
Now you're gonna have to help me because, like with the Aunt Lola story, I know I got parts of that wrong. Like that it wasn't her in bed with the fire chief; that it was, I guess, Jerry's first wife. Weren't you and I at the Cap Center when the Cap Center first opened?
Yeah, I remember that.
And we were walking through the Cap Center, and we see Bubba Smith, and he's really rude to us.
Yep. He broke our little hearts.
See, I thought so.
See, you're right on it with him.
Exactly what happened. You told me the story like
He's
you
on the
remember.
way out or something like that, and you spotted him, and I ran over to him or something. He says, yeah, meet me out back in 10 minutes or something. And he never showed up or something. He didn't want to give us his autograph.
Yeah, Bubba Smith, and now he's a great pitch man for what, insurance company or lawyer?
A legal firm, and he has been for about 5 years, sitting in Memorial Stadium and selling the legal service of, I know one of the lawyers is named Katzenberg. I'm not sure what the other lawyers are.
And of course, Bubba is super in the Police Academy movies.
He's wonderful.
He really accents Steve Gutenberg.
TV spokesperson, fine actor.
Great humanitarian. Very rude to us. How old were we then? We were like 11 and 12, weren't we?
Oh, I don't know what age we were.
And he told you to wait outside and he'd be there in 10 minutes?
Yeah, something like that. He never showed up or something. Then we ended up getting Jabbar's autograph.
Oh, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Yeah, right. I remember that day.
He signed his name on my back or something.
So, what are you doing? Just sitting around drinking cough syrup or what?
No. Didn't have to work today. We got all our work done yesterday.
Yeah.
Just watching the snow fall?
Periodically going out shoveling snow.
Yeah?
That's about it.
Any good truck pulls on TV?
No, Hey, I'm going ice racing Saturday.
You're going what?
Ice racing on my motorcycle.
Oh, now that sounds safe.
They have it up here all the time, every year.
Gonna go to a frozen lake and drive your motorcycle on a frozen lake?
Yeah, I've been practicing all winter, and it's pretty safe.
Yeah, it's pretty safe.
Sure, pretty
You know,
safe unless you fall into the water.
Somebody run over your arm.